A graphical comparison of Russia, Ukrainian forces a year into the war. Wow, we haven't discussed an update on this in a while.
We can give them an update.
1 year after Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the war has left at least 8,006 civilians dead. The United Nations leading human rights organization reported this as of February 21st. Additionally, 13,287 civilians were injured over the past 12 months, including by explosive weapons, artillery shells, airstrikes, as well as cruise and ballistic missiles. Those caused 90.3% of civilian casualties. It's just the bombing going on. As Ukraine continues to bolster its forces with Western arms, Moscow is using unorthodox methods to depreciate Kyiv's military prowess. On February 24th, Defense News published information on the weapons and inventories of Russia and Ukraine based on data from the International Institute of Strategic Studies, Military Balance and Database. The following is an updated version with footnotes at the bottom. Okay, so here we have personnel comparison. Active and reserve. Russia sitting at 1.19 million and Ukraine 688,000. The reserve for Russia, 1.5 million, Ukraine 400,000. So there's a personnel advantage on the Russian side. Armored fighting vehicles. Russia's sitting on 12,000 compared to Ukraine's just over 3,000. Artillery, Russia has more than double, 4,458. Surface-to-surface missile launchers, more than 200 for Russia, and an unclear amount for Ukraine. And air defense, huge advantage for Russia, 1,770 versus 186. So it says more than 186.
Yeah.
5 more, 10 more, 20 more. Aircraft is a wild one.
It's wild.
1,100 plus aircraft on the Russian side compared to 79 for Ukraine. 763 helicopters to 64. Air defense, 764 to 271. Armored fighting vehicles, airborne armored fighting. What's an airborne armored fighting vehicle? 1720. Well, anyway, this looks to be pretty much the same up and down. Submarines. It's just, I don't know.
Russia has the clear advantage.
Clear advantage. There's no advantage on the Ukraine side in any of these infographs.
Yeah.
And even when we're talking about defense spending, well, that's yearly defense spending. This is no surprise that Russia would have substantially more in general. Now wait a second. That data was as of November 2022. So they're just using the historical data here. It's not necessarily updated, and it certainly doesn't reflect whatever contributions have been made from the international community to bolster Ukraine's army, because they have gotten support from outside, right? Interesting.